What truly defines peace as we age, cherished relationships or the strength to let go? Life is a journey. And as we reach its golden chapter, peace becomes more than a luxury, it's a necessity. This stage of life offers a chance to reflect on the lessons we've learned, to embrace the relationships that uplift us, and to release those that weigh us down. But what happens when the very people we've trusted and cared for become the source of our unrest? How do we protect our tranquility without closing ourselves off to the world? In today's video, we'll uncover the 5 types of people who can drain your energy and disrupt your harmony in old age. Drawing from timeless Buddhist wisdom, we'll explore practical steps to create boundaries, nurture self-respect, and rediscover inner peace. Whether you're seeking clarity, emotional freedom, or a deeper connection with yourself, this journey promises to be both enlightening and empowering. Let's learn how to honor this chapter of life by choosing relationships that truly nourish our spirit. 1. The manipulator. Manipulators are experts at using guilt and emotional control to exploit the kindness of others. They often present themselves as victims, relying on sweet words or emotional appeals to make you feel obligated to help them. Their tactics can make you second-guess your decisions, leaving you drained and stuck in a cycle of doing more than you're comfortable with. For instance, consider how influential figures like Oprah Winfrey have spoken about the importance of setting boundaries. Oprah once shared her experience of saying yes to too many demands early in her career, realizing later that her inability to say no was costing her peace and clarity. She emphasized that learning to prioritize her own well-being allowed her to serve others more effectively. From a Buddhist perspective, compassion must always be tempered with wisdom. The Buddha's teachings remind us that true kindness doesn't mean letting others misuse your time or energy. Setting boundaries is a mindful act that protects your peace and helps you focus on what truly matters. A manipulator thrives in the absence of boundaries. They may say things like, "You're the only one I can count on," or "I can't believe you'd turn your back on me." While their words can trigger feelings of guilt, it's important to recognize this behavior for what it is, a strategy to keep you under their control. The solution lies in practicing compassionate assertiveness. For example, you might say, "I understand you're going through a tough time, but I'm not in a position to help right now." This approach acknowledges their feelings without compromising your own needs. Ultimately, protecting yourself from manipulators is about prioritizing relationships that respect mutual boundaries and encourage your growth. People like Michelle Obama have repeatedly highlighted the importance of surrounding yourself with those who uplift you, reminding us all that saying no to toxicity is a powerful act of self-love. 2. The self-absorbed. Self-absorbed individuals often monopolize conversations, focusing solely on their own experiences, achievements, or challenges. They rarely show genuine interest in others, leaving you feeling unheard, undervalued, and emotionally exhausted. Their behavior disrupts the balance of a healthy relationship, which should be built on mutual understanding and respect. From a Buddhist perspective, relationships thrive when both parties engage in mindful communication. The Buddha emphasized the importance of right speech, words that foster harmony and understanding. When one person continuously takes without giving, the relationship loses its equilibrium, leading to dissatisfaction and emotional strain. To better understand this, consider the example of former US President Barack Obama. Known for his exceptional listening skills, Obama often emphasized the value of hearing others out, even in the face of conflicting opinions. This approach strengthened his relationships and helped him maintain a sense of connection and respect with others. showcasing how mindful communication fosters healthy dynamics. In dealing with self-absorbed individuals, it's crucial to practice assertiveness without hostility. For instance, if someone constantly dominates the conversation, you can calmly interject with phrases like, "I appreciate hearing about your experiences, but I'd also like to share my perspective." This redirects the conversation while setting a boundary. Furthermore, evaluate the emotional energy these relationships require. The late Princess Diana, known for her empathetic nature, once highlighted the importance of reciprocity in relationships. She often spoke about how draining one-sided interactions could be, teaching us that self-care sometimes involves limiting time with those who fail to reciprocate respect and attention. In essence, dealing with self-absorbed individuals requires a balance of compassion and self-respect. By setting boundaries and engaging mindfully, you can protect your emotional well-being while fostering more balanced and meaningful connections. 3. The critic. Critics are individuals who habitually point out flaws under the pretense of being helpful. Their remarks, often unsolicited, can be subtle or overt, leaving you feeling diminished and questioning your abilities. This behavior not only impacts self-esteem but also creates an environment where growth is stifled, as the focus shifts from constructive feedback to personal attacks. From a Buddhist perspective, communication should align with the principle of right speech, emphasizing kindness, truthfulness, and positive intent. Words that damage confidence or belittle others are misaligned with this teaching. Constructive feedback seeks to uplift and guide, while destructive criticism serves only to erode self-worth. Consider renowned figures like Oprah Winfrey, who has often addressed the importance of fostering constructive dialogue. Throughout her career, Oprah has shared her experiences with critics and emphasized the power of self-assurance and resilience in the face of negativity. Her approach serves as a reminder that criticism is often a reflection of the critic, not the recipient. When dealing with a critic, maintaining composure is key. A calm and confident response, such as, "Thank you for your input. I'll reflect on it," demonstrates maturity and prevents escalation. This approach also signals that while you are open to feedback, you won't allow harmful remarks to affect your sense of self. Additionally, it's important to evaluate the intent behind the criticism. Figures like Elon Musk have highlighted the importance of discerning between constructive advice and negativity disguised as feedback. Musk has often shared how he values criticism when it aims to improve but disregards baseless negativity. In navigating interactions with critics, remember that you have the power to choose how much influence their words hold over you. Grounding yourself in self-awareness and mindfulness allows you to respond with clarity, preserving your confidence and emotional balance. 4. The irresponsible. Irresponsible individuals often depend excessively on others to resolve their challenges, showing little accountability for their actions. Their lack of initiative can become a burden, as they rely on your energy and resources without making efforts to improve their own situation. Over time, such interactions may lead to frustration and exhaustion for the person supporting them. From a Buddhist perspective, enabling irresponsibility is not an act of genuine compassion. The principle of karma underscores the importance of personal responsibility. Everyone must face the consequences of their actions to grow and learn. Supporting someone doesn't mean shielding them from accountability. Instead, true compassion involves empowering them to take ownership of their lives. Take someone like former US President Barack Obama, known for his leadership and ability to inspire others to step up. His speeches often emphasized individual and collective responsibility, urging people to take action rather than waiting for others to solve their problems. For instance, during his presidency, he promoted the idea that progress begins with individual effort and accountability, a principle that aligns with the Buddhist perspective on karma. When dealing with an irresponsible person, setting boundaries is vital. Encouraging independence while expressing faith in their abilities can strike the right balance. A response such as, "I believe you have the strength to handle this. Let me know how I can guide you," is both supportive and empowering. This approach signals that you care about their growth but won't enable dependency. Additionally, figures like Melinda Gates have championed the importance of empowerment in relationships and philanthropy. Her initiatives often focus on giving people tools and resources to succeed rather than creating dependency. This mirrors the idea that helping someone is most effective when it fosters self-reliance. By promoting accountability and self-reliance, you not only protect your energy but also encourage others to grow and take control of their own lives. 5. The ungrateful individual can be deeply disheartening to deal with. You may go out of your way to support, assist, or care for them, yet they rarely, if ever, express gratitude. Over time, this lack of acknowledgement can leave you feeling invisible or undervalued, as if your efforts are taken for granted rather than cherished. From a Buddhist perspective, generosity should stem from joy and an open heart, not from a desire for recognition or reciprocation. The Buddha taught that clinging to expectations, including the need for gratitude, often leads to suffering. While kindness is a virtue, it's equally important to ensure your energy is not wasted in places where it isn't respected or valued. Consider a prominent figure like Oprah Winfrey, who has often spoken about the importance of gratitude and its role in personal fulfillment. In her philanthropy and career, Oprah has highlighted the joy of giving freely but also the necessity of surrounding oneself with people who uplift and appreciate one another. Her perspective aligns with the Buddhist teaching that generosity should be pure and detached from recognition. When faced with ungrateful individuals, it's important to evaluate whether your generosity is being misdirected. Relationships thrive on mutual respect and appreciation, and it's wise to focus your time and energy on those who value your contributions. A practical way to handle this dynamic is to remind yourself that your worth doesn't depend on external acknowledgement. Instead, focus on relationships that nurture your spirit. For instance, when dealing with an ungrateful person, you could redirect your energy with grace by saying, "I enjoy helping, but I also value mutual respect. I'm focusing on connections where that respect is shared." This affirms your boundaries while encouraging a healthier exchange in your relationships. The story of Mrs. Ananda illustrates the transformative power of setting boundaries and prioritizing relationships that foster respect and positivity. As a retired teacher in her 60s, she encountered a close friend whose constant criticism eroded her confidence. Despite years of enduring this dynamic, she recognized the emotional toll it was taking on her well-being. The pivotal moment came when Mrs. Ananda decided to address the issue directly. She calmly articulated how the constant criticism affected her and expressed her need for mutual respect in their friendship. This approach aligns with the principle of assertive communication, which emphasizes honesty without hostility. Her choice to be clear yet compassionate demonstrated emotional maturity and self-awareness. Mrs. Ananda's decision to gradually distance herself from the toxic relationship reflects a universal truth: prioritizing one's mental and emotional health is not selfish, it is necessary. Instead of remaining trapped in an environment of negativity, She redirected her energy toward relationships that celebrated and uplifted her. This shift mirrors the practices of many influential figures who have emphasized the importance of surrounding oneself with positivity. For instance, Michelle Obama, in her memoir Becoming, discusses how she learned to let go of relationships that didn't align with her values or contribute to her growth. Her journey echoes Mrs. Ananda's experience, reinforcing the idea that cultivating meaningful and supportive connections is vital for personal fulfillment. The outcome of Mrs. Ananda's choices is a testament to the benefits of setting boundaries. Her life became more peaceful, her relationships more genuine, and her sense of self-worth restored. Her story serves as a reminder that addressing difficult situations head-on, even late in life, can lead to profound and lasting improvements in emotional well-being. In the golden years of life, wisdom isn't just about what we know, it's about the choices we make, the people we allow into our lives, and the boundaries we set to protect our peace. By steering clear of manipulative, self-absorbed, critical, irresponsible, and ungrateful individuals, you take back control of your inner tranquility and happiness. It's not about being selfish, it's about nurturing your spirit so you can continue to give love and kindness where it's truly valued. As the Buddha wisely taught, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Now, take a moment and reflect, are your relationships bringing you joy? Or are they draining your energy? Are you surrounded by people who uplift you or hold you back? We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Share your reflections in the comments below. Your experiences and insights could help someone else on their own path to peace. Let's walk this journey together. Remember, your peace is worth fighting for. And it all starts with the choices you make today.